Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet. I am, of course, one of your three hosts himself, Odin's greatest creation, the gift to this generation, Mr. Perfection himself, Lakota Carter, and I've got Mr. Eddie Kingston Jr., Mr. John freaking Niffin in the building, and a fan favorite demand, the peacemaker to my vigilante, the Patrick to my SpongeBob, Mr. Magic Fingers himself, Andrew. And today is a very special episode because this is going out on Christmas as we are recording this. This will go out on Christmas. So I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. One thing I will say um, is be safe out there, man, because there are crazy people in this world. So if you go out and you're partying, be safe. Um, yeah, just be safe and spend time with your family because you never know when they'll be gone.
If you do
So
anything stupid, there's good chances that you'll be spending the rest of the week and the weekend in
yep,
lockup, and the judge won't be seeing you until Monday. So don't do anything stupid.
don't do nothing stupid. But today's episode is another top list, which is one of our favorite things to do here, and it is top five AEW champions. The reason we did top five is because they've only been in business for what, 6 years?
5, 6 years, something like that.
So
They still the baby of the group.
yep, a top 10 list wouldn't have made much sense. So, John, I'll let you go first, man. Uh, Tell me who you got on your top five from five to one, or if you don't want to do it in any particular order, that's fine too. Just shoot me what you got.
Yeah, I'm more of a just any order kind of guy, I
Yep.
guess. Um, I've got MJF. I mean, he's like the best heel in the business. He's the best. Him and you got to put him and Punk at the top of the best from
Talkers.
the best at promos. I got
Yep.
him up there. Of
Hmm.
course, I've got Jericho. I've always been a Jericho fan.
Yep.
I've got Moxley, Daniel Bryan, and Punk. Those are my five.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because I know them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's very valid. Actually, that's a really good list. Wow. Um,
Ain't no wrong with
Jericho's a
that.
little controversial. So I'm sure people have something to say about it, but they always have something to say about John anyway. So fuck it. It's his opinion. If you don't like it, deal with it. Um, all right, I guess I'll go next and we'll save Magic Fingers for last. Number five for me, and it's just because I don't like this motherfucker. And it's Hangman Adam Page. There's just something about that dude that I don't like. And I think the only time that he's good at wrestling is when he's in there with somebody that's better than him. He's never had to be the shot caller or spot caller in a match. He's never had to be the leader in a match that he's been in my opinion. Um, so for that reason, he's number five. Number four for me, of course. I mean, you got to put him on here because he was the very first AEW World Heavyweight Champion in Chris Jericho. What a time! If you were not watching AEW back then, I don't know what you were doing because they were red hot. And that was the night that Moxley debuted, and it had one of the biggest, probably debuts to another company jumping ship in the history of professional wrestling, in my opinion. Number three for me, I have to give it to Moxley. As much as I critique his work, the dude, every time he has the belt, he makes you pay attention. Like I said multiple times in the past, I'm not a big fan of his in ring work. I don't think he can really wrestle. I think he can only wrestle when there's a stipulation involved. Number two for me, and this is going to be a little controversial, but number two, I have Swerve Strickland. Um, just because you had this guy who went to WWE and didn't do great. And he came to AEW, and everybody was like, oh, he'll probably get lost in the shuffle. And he was the first black AEW world champion. So his impact on that company and his ability to be connected with the fans as he is, that to me screams world champion. And number one for me, I mean, he's the homegrown guy. He is the biggest star in AEW's history, their biggest success story, and that is MJF. Every time, I mean, he's only had the belt twice, but every time he did something with it that made you pay attention. Every time that dude's on screen, you pay attention. His promo, as we're recording this, uh, last week on Dynamite was just,
Oh, that
oh
was
my
beautiful.
gosh, holy shit. So that's my
Probably the best
top
promo of
five.
the year.
That's my top five. I think a lot of people will disagree with that list, but that's who I got on there. Andrew, who do you got on your top five AEW World Heavyweight Champions, my friend?
Starting mine out with my honorable mentions.
Yep.
And I've put both of them on there because both of these men have held the belt at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega and Hangman Page.
I forgot about Kenny.
Hangman Adam Page. I enjoyed the times that he had with the belt. I like seeing how his career has progressed and his matches have progressed as he had the belt the two times that he's had it.
Yep.
I also have enjoyed the way recently with Swerve coming back and how this new aggressive side has shown up with Page.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious of, does he get a third belt here soon? I mean, he's going to have it again eventually, but is it sooner than later? And how does that affect his story? So I'm just curious how it goes. I don't see Kenny Omega having the belt again. I just with how his, unless it's like a retirement tour situation, but you give that man a gold belt of any kind, and he's going to just elevate it even higher with standards.
Yep.
But with both those guys, they're great champs in my opinion. But top five, number five for me, Bryan Danielson, because he is not a guy who's ever been expected to be top in any organization, but he
Yep.
has the charisma, the prestige, the ability for the technical side of any wrestling company
Yep.
to elevate them to higher standards and higher glory. And he's held the belt in every the highest belt you can hold in every brand he's been in.
Yep. I mean, someone even call him the greatest technical wrestler of all time, and I wouldn't bat an eye at that.
I could put him in a top five category of that as well.
Yeah.
I really could.
Yeah.
On a Mount Rushmore of wrestling technicals. Yeah.
Yep.
Number four, I've got CM Punk because of the fact that when you're thinking of a best in the world who has held a belt every brand he's been on, except for UFC, MMA. Congrats for giving that a try, but let's stick to wrestling.
It didn't quite go well.
Love you to death, dude, but you're taking chances there. Punk is the heel of heels or the face of faces.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what side you're going to get, except you know you are going to get greatness.
Yep.
And when he has the belt, I'm paying attention to that screen.
Yeah.
When he has the mic, I'm listening. You have my full attention.
Yeah.
Number three. He's a little bit lower on my list than yours, Lakota, but I've got Swerve Strickland. The first black champion for AEW. Now, he didn't have the title very long compared to the other people who have had that title in that short title span for AEW. But that was only one so far, but he will have it again. They have gold in Swerve. AEW is exactly where he needs to be. WWE dropped the ball with him, but proven he can be a champion, and he's soon to be a two-time champion, and I'm looking forward to it. 2 and 1 is a flip of a coin for me. But for 2, I have MJF. I don't see him ever going anywhere else. But when he gets that belt, you're in for one hell of a show.
Yeah.
And when he came back this past week on Dynamite, you knew that chaos was about to happen, and it was just TV perfection. Yeah. That promo where he just roasted everybody else in that championship match, signed his contract deal to where he put himself in that match as well. So it's now a fatal four-way. AEW is just proving that they are the perfect brand for 2025. They are the ones that are in the lead for everything, the way to do it for 2025. So 2026, just look out.
Yeah, they
And
got that IWG, Pro Wrestling Insider Promotion of the Year for a
yeah,
reason. So
yes. All right, so number one for me, and the main reason this guy's number one for me is because out of all of them, he's held it the most. So that's what put him above. And that is Moxley, because he has held that title 4 separate times. So kudos to him on that.
yep, that I think these lists are very valid. Um, I think your reason for putting Moxley first was great. Um, as much as I critique his work, I think what he's doing in the Continental Classic right now is, that whole, because we know what we're building towards with him. So that
Yeah,
whole, Death Rider Fallout storyline that we're going to get eventually, the build up to that has been incredible.
yeah.
But
And the
um,
matches he's had in that, even though he's been losing majority of them, um, him putting over so many other younger guys or the other names that don't get a lot more of attention. Again, as much as I hate the guy, or because I agree with you, like if the only way he can really have a good match is if there's blood or if there's extra stipulations.
yeah,
He's still having great matches with younger talent or talent that doesn't get as much attention as his name does or others' names do, and still having phenomenal matches.
yeah.
And not just on pay-per-views, but it's weekly television.
Yeah, his feud with Darby Allin, um,
It's as scary as
20
this to watch. It's still amazing.
into this company's history 20 years from now when they are, established, because I think they'll be around for that long. I think they'll be
Yeah,
around for a very, 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 very long time. I think that's what we'll look at. And I think Moxley, if AEW, if and when they ever do a Hall of Fame, Moxley
yeah,
will be the first inductee into that class. And as much as I can't stand the guy, just because, like you said, he can't wrestle without a stipulation.
yeah.
Um, I got to give him his credit. He is AEW's, AEW's John Cena. I know that's a big comparison, but he really
It's
is.
still true though.
He's their poster boy other than MJF. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think all these lists were valid. I think AEW is just every week, and like people continuously say, we became AEW dick riders. Well, it's kind of hard not to when they're just consistently putting banger after
better
banger.
product right now.
Yeah, and this pay-per-view on the I believe it's the 29th, right?
Yeah, World's End.
World's End is going to be uh something special,
Yes, very much
something
so.
to pay attention to. So uh hopefully my Billy Goat comes back. I'm hoping for it. So um yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas episode. I hope you guys loved everything you got for Christmas, and even if you didn't, be grateful anyway. I hope you spend a lot of time with your family. I hope you eat some good food. And from the Main Event Mafia to you, we love you guys so much. For me personally, this podcast has really, really changed my life in more ways than I can say. And as we're closing in the year, not getting emotional here, but I've built relationships with both these men that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. And it was all because we love the sport of professional wrestling. So 2026 is going to be a banger year for this podcast and a banger year for professional wrestling. So stay tuned. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and we will catch you guys in the next one.